Right guys, YouTube, how's it all going? This video is probably going to be the most helpful for very new beginners. This is going to be Mt4 Mt5, works the same way, for dummies. One of the most common asked questions is how to even place a trade on Mt4. And obviously when you join these groups, there'll be a lot of things that come through on signal setups that you have zero fucking clue on what you are doing. How to even find pairs when you first open up Mt4. You only get given a certain amount of pairs before you need to start adding those pairs from the drop down menu. How to place buy stops, buy limits, all this sort of stuff. So it's gonna be a little bit of me looking at my phone whilst talking. And then I'll have the whole screen recording up on the side so you can go through as well. But we'll talk about lot sizes, how to place lot sizes, how to close off 50%. Also, moving your stops to entry. Not a lot of people know what this means, even though it is common sense. But we will go through that as well. I'm going to incorporate a little bit of other stuff at the end of this video, just some topics that have come to my attention in the past, I don't know, couple of days, quite funny. I literally just put up a TikTok about something that I find hilarious that seems to be very common amongst social media, but we'll go into that. Anyway, we'll hop over to Mt4 and I will talk you through the whole sort of process. Right guys, so here we are on Mt4. This is Mt4, not Mt5, but like I said, they do look pretty much similar. This is where a lot of you guys will probably be using Mt4 if you are using Axie Broker, FXS I think use Mt4 as well. So this is what you are going to be seeing when you first open Mt4. Not as many pairs because I have actually added pairs onto this account. This is the algorithm account, so I did originally think about doing a manual fund, but this is actually the algo one, so I only need 2 pairs on there, which is AUD CAD and NZD CAD, because that is all it trades. But in order for you to add pairs, you can go up to this little plus symbol at the top right hand corner. And this is where you find all your majors, minors, crypto, metals, commodities, indices, all that sort of stuff. Now, depending on what group you are following, you know, this will differ into what they trade. But if you click on majors, those will be all your major currency pairs. So things like GBP, USD, all of that sort of stuff will be in there. I think even EJ, GJ, GA is even in there as well. Minors, these are all like the sporadic pairs, you know, like say that for argument's sake, CAD, SGD, but it gives you the actual currency underneath it. So it says Canadian dollar versus Singapore dollar. Now, those aren't going to be very good pairs to trade, probably not a lot of volume, but you know, some people might trade them. All you have to do is press that little plus symbol on the pair and it will add it to your home screen. Same as metals, you know, you've got gold versus the Australian dollar there, and you've also got gold versus GBP and euro, because they do have commodities like that trade against different currencies. All you've got to do is just press that little plus symbol and it will show up here. Okay, but in order for you to actually place a trade, now there's 2 different ways to do this. Mt4 has only got one of them, but Mt5 has another way, and I will show you that on Mt5. Now, in order to place a trade on Mt4, all you have to do is hold down on the pair, so it says GBP JPY, and click trade. This screen then comes up. Up the top, there is market execution. If you tap on this, there is buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop. Now, the difference between these entries, buy limit and sell limit. Okay, so if you are selling, a sell limit needs to be placed at the top. So say price is underneath where the sell limit is, it has to go up to the sell limit to trigger to then drop. A sell stop is price is above where it needs to sell from. So price is up here, you've set a sell stop below where price is, and price needs to come down in to trigger that. Same with buy limit and buy stop. Buy limit is the bottom, buy stop is at the top of where price is currently in the market. Okay, so those are buy limits and sell limits. So when you see those come through on, you know, a signal setup, that is what you've technically got to do when it comes to that. Or if it's just a buy or a sell with no limit or stop, it's a market execution, okay? So when it comes to market executions, you just click sell or buy. When I say to people when they're first taking a signal, just hit sell or buy. Don't worry about doing the stop loss or take profit straight away, because you can go back in and re-enter those bits. It's better to get into the signal when it's sent than to be far-arsing around and maybe lose, you know, maybe 2 or 3 pips of the move moving in the opposite direction. You know, you might lose out on a better entry because you've been far-arsing around with putting the stop loss in. So click the sell, click the buy for market execution. I'm not going to do that, but let's say for argument's sake, this is the algo right now, it's AUD CAD. Now, in order for you to actually then put in the stop loss and take profit, all you've got to do is hold onto it, click modify, and that is where you can put stop loss and take profit. Obviously, the stop loss is going to be below if it is a buy or above if it is a sell, and then the take profit level is going to be above if it is a buy and below if it's a sell. So that is pretty simple when it comes to setting the take profits and stop losses. Most of you might be able to do that anyway. But nonetheless, when we are coming to placing a trade anyway, just here in the middle where you see it says 1.00, that is the lot size. Now, I've done a video when it comes to lot sizes and what you should be placing, so go back and refer to that. It should be 0.01 per $100 or £100 that you have in your account. That shouldn't change until it gets your balance increases or you deposit more money or something like that. Now, the way we also go about closing off 50% or 25% or whatever percentage you want to close off, this is how you do it. Now, you hold down on the position, you click close, and here you can see the lot size is still there, 0.05. That is the total lot size that we have placed on that trade. Say we want to close off, you know, 2 lots, we get rid of the 5, we press 2, and we close. We click close. See how it's changed to 0.15, but closing it at 5 is 0.41. That is how you close it off. It doesn't close the trade fully because you're still leaving that remaining lot size in the trade, but it's closing off a proportion of that trade, okay? And that will then show in your history here that you've closed off that percentage, you've taken that, it can't be taken away from you, and, you know, say the trade then goes up and hits the take profit level, that will then close off the remainder of the position. Or if you are trading with a 1 lot and you've closed off maybe 0.2 lots and you've left 0.8 to run, there's nothing to stop you further up closing off another 0.2 lots and leaving 0.6 lots to run up to the take profit. So that is how you close percentages off when it comes to MT4. Anything else when it comes to MT4, free margin, blah, 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 all that sort of stuff comes into your risk management, okay? That, at the end of the day, if you've got good risk management, you should never see these things go red or go blue. Now I've just had my realtor message me, amazing. But when it comes to MT5, I will now show you what MT5 and the little tricks that you can do on MT5. Right, so here we have MT5. This is, again, another algorithm account that I have that runs the Euro USD one, as you can see, with all that withdrawal and stuff. And yes, it is a real account. It's not a demo account or whatever it might be, and these aren't fake withdrawals, blah, blah, blah. Take that as you may. But when it comes to MT5, there's a few different things that you can do with placing a trade and actually manually using the options that it gives you on the chart aspect to place a trade. Okay, I'm not going to place a trade on this because this is real people's money. This is investors that are invested into this, so I can't place a trade, but I will show you on the chart section what you can actually do. So same sort of principle, you know, adding stuff to the chart in the middle, where you can either click or search the actual pair that you want to search for. Same principle ends up being here. This is your home screen, blah, blah, blah. When it comes to placing a trade, though, this is what I quite like about MT5 is that you can go to the chart, okay? You click chart, and up in the top right-hand corner, you've got this red and blue, okay? This is red and blue symbol here. If you click on this, it actually then presents your lot size in the middle. See, it's 10 lots. Obviously, I'm not going to place 10 lots, but you can go and place a 0.01. That is your volume. And then when it comes to this, you can literally use the sell or buy button at the side. So say you are looking only at MT5 because you're not near your trading view or something like that. You're out at dinner or something like that and you want to place a trade. you can look at the charts and perhaps on the lower time frame or whatever time frame that you trade on, and you can go by what the chart is. So if you were to click buy here, then it would place the trade on the actual chart for you. You'll be able to see buy. And then what you can do is you can hold and drag up the take profit level to where you want to take profit. And you can drag down to where the stop loss level is. And that will basically do it without you having to manually put in the digits itself. It will just do it for you, okay? That's what I quite like about MT5. I had to think them. So whenever you see these things on social media where it's people spamming like MT5, it's just like, like sounding like a machine gun, that is them on this section on the chart work. They're just literally spamming that sell button and buy button, because there is a delay if you were to actually go through and go onto trade. When you click that, it closes the whole thing out. It closes this section off, comes up and says sell, blah, 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 and takes you to your trade section. But with the chart, if you spam this, you can spam as many positions in as you want. Okay, so say there is a level that you are looking for, you spam that button as much as you want, obviously taking into account that you've got a, restricted lot size. But say you write, okay, I want to place 0.05 lots, but I'm going to spread it into 5 positions. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom, and I've put them all in, and then I can manually put their take profits and stop losses wherever I want. Okay, so that's what I quite like about MT5. Obviously, this is where your history is. You can go up to your orders, you can go positions, you can go to this little clock wheel here. It's the same on MT4. You can do the day. Okay, cool, £190 for the day. And then you can do custom if you want to see what, if you want to do it from the start of the month or the start of the week, because it only does give you, I think, previous week, if I remember correctly. So last week, last month, 3 months, 6 months, blah, blah, blah. But say you only trade Tuesday to Thursday and you just want to do Tuesday to Thursday, that's how much you've made. You can do that in the custom section. So that is pretty much it when it comes to MT4 and MT5, guys. It is simple as that. So you won't need to ask what a buy limit is, what a buy stop is, blah, 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 because I've just explained that, explained how to place it, okay? I've told you how to scale off positions, scale off 50% of one position, but most of my trades will come through with 3 take profits anyway, so you've already taken that position and split it into 3. So you haven't got to worry about scaling off further on down the line. If there is someone that is sending a signal out that's just got 1 take profit and they tell you to close off 50%, now you know how to do that. If you have got a position of 0.06, then you are closing off 50% of that position, which is 0.03. And you know how to do that now and leave the rest to run. Okay, so that's what all it is when it comes to MT4 and MT5. It's as simple as that. That is, you don't need to make it any more technical. Right, I mean, look guys, that is MT4 and MT5 in a nutshell. It's not that hard, and this video it's 17 minutes long. You probably digest it in about 5. You probably won't need to rewatch it, but that is how simple it is when it comes to placing trades. And it's probably the most, if you're not looking to learn and you're not looking to actually look at a chart, this is the only video you need, and the risk management video. But obviously that goes further in depth into how to properly risk manage. But this is the only video you need to be able to copy and paste. So rewatch it as much as you want. But the other topics, or the other topic that I find quite hilarious, I've literally just done a TikTok. I can't stand these day in the life videos of a 6-figure funded trader or a 6-figure trader, whatever fucking figures it is, okay? Right. Let me tell you the realistic day-to-day goings on of a fucking trader. It is not. I said this in my last video about fucking, what to watch out when it comes to all of that sort of stuff. It is not fart-arsing around in fucking Lamborghinis, taking pictures on fucking whatever beach it is and blah, 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 in beach clubs, blah, all this sort of shit. Okay, it is realistically not. You've got to remember, guys, when it comes to these social media influencers that are posting all this content, remember, okay, just like women, it's them living their best life. Women realistically only put up their pictures when they're in that moment of living their best life. Now, if a woman was to go and put up a day-to-day picture, it is not going to be her sat at a beach club in a bikini posing on a fucking sun lounger. It's probably going to be zero makeup, at work, in the office, or whatever it is, sat behind her computer, looking pretty pissed off and, dull at life. Same with these influencers. They are not sat there, right, at beach clubs every day, in Lamborghinis, in rentals and whatever, going all around these places, or even if it's Dubai, blah, 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 sat in fancy restaurants. It just doesn't happen. That maybe happens less than what it does the normal days of sat here in front of charts. Now, any person that sits there and goes, oh, if you're not posting this, you're not posting that, it's not real, blah, blah, blah. No, you're not real, because at the end of the day, you're posting something that realistically is not real. Because if you are an actual trader learning the process, you have spent a good period of time, 1, 2, 3 years of halved graft, 24/7, putting in the education or watching YouTube videos or sitting at the chart, doing what I'm doing right now. So, I'm doing this 6 years in because I love it. I do prefer. I prefer looking at charts. Now, some people will question and go, oh, if you're looking at the charts that much, you don't know what you're doing. Okay, fair enough. But that's the same as saying to a person that loves playing COD, if you're playing COD 24/7, you don't know what you're doing. Maybe they just enjoy playing COD 24/7. Maybe I just enjoy sitting in front of TradingView and mapping out different courses of where price could be going, or maybe looking at a different pair and trying to learn it, because there isn't just two pairs and once you've done that, you've mastered the whole fucking situation. There's cryptos, there's altcoins, there's everything like that on TradingView that you could potentially look at. If I perhaps see some person talking about a crypto coin, I might go onto the chart and have a look and go, okay, what's he seeing? Because I'm seeing something different. Do you know what I mean? So when they're saying if you're not posting this, that and the other, right? It's like what I said in the last video when it comes to investments and how you spend your money, right? They have got different money to you. You have got your trading money, your profit money, money that you make in trading, right? They have got something different, which is called commission money. Something that they have not had to risk. What have they had to risk by getting someone to sign up to the broker and deposit money? Zero. There's no loss for them. The only loss that they potentially get is that you're not interested and you go elsewhere, right? They haven't lost any money within that. But when it's actually your money on the line, you take pride and passion in looking at something like the charts to make sure that you are in the right position, or the position might be going against you, so you might have to look to get out at some sort of point. You're managing the positions, you're managing the trades. And even the top traders, look at the guys that work in the big banks and institutions. Are they fart-arsing around in Lamborghinis in Dubai and doing all this sort of stuff, or going here, there and everywhere? No, they're not. They're sat at their desks. Go back and look at old YouTube videos. I watched one the other day of a guy, very, very successful trader on the trading floors in London. He's there from fucking 9 to 5, okay? He's there on the phone. They're putting in the orders, they're chatting, they're looking at charts. He's got it on a big fucking screen. Boys, it frustrates the fuck out of me how people that have got zero clue when it comes to looking at a chart, they couldn't even tell you what the previous daily high and daily low was, or market structure, or if we're in an uptrend or a downtrend, or where they would potentially take a position. Please stop being dumbfounded by these fucking bellends that all they do is post that they're in a rental Lamborghini, or they're at this beach club, or they're doing this to their car, or whatever it might be. I literally don't give a fuck, because if I stuck you on a blank chart on GBP USD, you wouldn't have a fucking clue where it was going. You wouldn't know what a Fibonacci level was. You wouldn't know how to draw a Fibonacci level on your chart. You might know how to draw a simple support and resistance, but pretty much everyone after 2 days of watching a support and resistance video can draw that on. You don't know what imbalances are. You don't know what lower time frame confirmations you're working on. Risk management, you know, it's all bollocks. Like, and these day in the lives, yes, that is probably one day out of your month that you are actually doing that. The rest of the time, you are not doing that. Like I said, 5 days a week, this is my life. You know, it's not always on TradingView. It is me maybe doing other things, answering messages, doing one-to-ones, WebExes, YouTube videos, all that sort of shit. It is not me fart-arsing around somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? That is not realistic. Saturday is when I do what I want to do with my missus, or even if I wasn't with my missus, that would be the day that I go and do whatever the fuck I want. Maybe it's shopping, maybe it's going and experiencing something new over here, or whatever, or sitting at a beach. That is it. That is the day that I do all of that shit. Sunday, I do my weekly breakdown, I look at what's coming up, blah, 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 news, all this sort of stuff. That's the realistic part of it. Ask all these gurus, when does NFP come out? What day does NFP come out? What day does interest rate come out? What day does inflation rate come out? What day does FOMC come out? All these sort of things. Let me check my FX book. Okay, cool. Right, what was gold's all-time highs without looking at your chart right now? Oh, it was like 2000 and something. Right, cool. I'll show you what my video on TikTok was right now, and it's just one of them. Look.
Day in the life of a six-figure trader. That's it at the charts. Day in the life of a six-figure
Because that is what it is. What else? I have some food. I take a few pisses and shits. Stroke the dog now and again. Yeah, but that's what it is. That's the graft. Anything outside of that, guys, yes, okay, further down the line. Or if you're just doing it by yourself, then that might come down the line. But if you're dealing with groups, you're dealing with people, you're dealing with emotions, you know, thousands of people I'm dealing with, answering messages on Instagram. I entertain every single conversation from someone that messages me, because clearly they've got the need to message, so I will respond. It's that, you know, some people call it, oh, you're just biting, well, whatever. But that's it, guys. Do you know what I mean? That is a topic that I've wanted to talk about and probably have spoken about in a few previous videos, but that is it. Like, please just don't be retarded, okay? But anyway, that is Mt4 Mt5. Drop it a thumbs up, drop it a like, subscribe, all that sort of shit. The next one I'm going to do is how to actually take entries when you are getting into a trade. You know, what to potentially look for, what I look for, because I don't feel like I've done a video on that before, so it might be quite helpful. But that is what the next one is going to be about. London session's just opened, so I'm going to back onto the charts, have a look, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.